Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back. We've got a bit of a spicy one today. This was a viewer submission from Matthew, who is also one of my real life magic playing paper people circle. Not that we can meet up anymore because of lockdown. So the idea is it's an all instant speed control deck except for the Astrolabes and the Tasigur. Obviously they all cost one, so should find a window to resolve them without dropping our shields. We're playing some cards that have been very good in the standard flash deck, like Brineborn Cutthroat and Nightpack Ambusher and Brazen Borrower. Going to see how they get on in a more powerful format. I have a few mild concerns. I'm a bit worried about the mana base. We've got triple blue and Abrupt Decay and Kolaghan's Command, but we've also got the Astrolabes and the snow mana situation, which is usually fairly forgiving. Overall it's a style I enjoy playing. It's all sort of reactive and tempo-y, so hopefully we'll do all right. I've decided basically for deck requests and stuff. What I've done for the last with Matthew and ongoing will be if whoever wants a deck request covers the cost of the league, I will play your deck, basically. So I've set up a PayPal thing, and if you're interested in that, just contact me on YouTube or Twitter. Send me the list, send me £8 or $10 or €9 or whatever your chosen currency is, and I'll play anything. This is a bit of an awkward one. We've nothing to snap. Yeah, we've basically got a handful of dead cards here, right? We've got nothing to snap, so we can cast a Clique. I think we have to do a bit better. This strikes me as being a fair bit better. I think I'm just going to put the Mystic Sanctuary back. Quite looking forward to catching someone out with a Nightpack Ambusher. Hopefully that happens at some point in this video where we get to eat a 3-2 in combat or something. This is probably the most common turn 1 in all Eternal formats at the moment. Obviously, Brineborn Cutthroat may fairly swiftly end up getting replaced with its new flying cousin, but it's still a relevant thing to test because we can establish if the deck is okay and then literally make a straight swap when it comes out. I forget the name of it. You guys probably know what I'm on about. It's a 1 blue 1 red for like a 1/1 with the same ability but with flying, but without flash. Be interesting to see if it's actually better or not. That's fine. I'm going to get this guy down. Come on, land. Perfect. I'm just going to be patient. I can push now to get in 2 damage, but I think it makes more sense in the humans matchup, which is very combat-y, as in attacking and blocking. It makes more sense to me to have the option of growing the Brineborn to make a better blocker, basically. That's a bit irritating because it kind of pushes me into having to play a bit on my own turn. Actually, no, it doesn't. I can respond. Kill this. And we get a counter. So yeah, when this flips, which will be, or when it would flip, I can deal 2 to it, grow my Cutthroat, and make them discard a card or something like that. It's a good one as well. Should be pretty good. Ice Fang Quattl is also going to be great in this matchup. So we've got a Cavern of Souls out of them. That's probably not going to matter. Although if they double Stone Rain themselves digging for action, then the yeah, good luck. I do not fancy their chances of getting much correct with the Meddling Mage this game. I guess you just name Push or something. Having seen one. Oh, very good. I'm impressed. Okay. Sure. Land. It's not land, but that's... Oh, that's a fun one. I'm going to pass the turn. I need to be careful because, like, the temptation to bounce this with Petty Theft is there, but I think what happens is because it gets sacked, the Petty Theft doesn't resolve, and so you don't get the Borrower. If I've understood that correctly. That's fine. No attacks seems prudent. I'm happy to trade this with both their creatures if they want to make that trade. I suspect they do not. I'm going to play this now in case we draw land. Okay, we did not, but that's a great draw. Yeah, that's still good. And we know their whole hand is just a Meddling Mage. Sure. I assume they make the same name as before because I had to bounce it the first time, so... Well, they may name Brazen Borrower. Fatal Push, that's interesting. I don't think I've done anything to indicate there's a Snapcaster in my hand, but... Oh! Do we have... I'm trying to think if we've got any Maelstrom Pulses in the sideboard. We do not. We do have Plague Engineer. Plague Engineer is not terrible. noteworthy that they're on 7 because of a mixture of their mana base and the Brineborn Cutthroat. Do I trade? Probably. Seems reasonable to trade. Nice. I'm just going to attack first, see what they do. If they offer any kind of a double block, that's great for us. Yeah, that's delightful. I'm going to shock because I want to give myself the option of playing the Ambusher, even though I'm leaning towards Snap Push at the moment. The reason I'm leaning towards Snap Push is that it's highly likely they can trigger this once more before they attack. But, oh, poor opponent. Humans doesn't have anything at instant speed without the Vial, I don't think, so I bet they didn't expect that. Nice. Well, that's mission accomplished for this league. That's all I really wanted to do. We'll play these. And we will cut forces, remand, mana leak. Deciding between Gust and Ren. Play a Ren. This configuration post-board looks absolutely disgusting for the humans matchup. This is where I managed to lose anyway, but it looks very favourable, doesn't it? Ooh, sweepers. Ooh, kill spells. Ooh. Cracking hand. Grommet. For those of you who didn't grow up in Britain my age, there's a sort of beloved plasticine cartoon called Wallace and Gromit, and one of the recurring lines in that is cracking toast, Gromit. Gromit is the name of an intelligent dog who basically is very anthropomorphized. That's a hard word to say, so I might have got that wrong. He thinks he's a person. Ooh. What don't we want to see? Knight of Autumn on your Astrolabe, Mantis Rider. They'll name Quackle surely, because it's the best thing I could do next turn. Yep. It's a good one. So my turn will be Bolt plus Thought Scour. It's just a case of, do I Thought Scour myself or them? Because I do have 2 Drown in the Locks in my deck. And what do I bolt? If they miss a land drop, I might bolt the Hierarch. Pardon me. The decision I made was that they would definitely, if I kill this one, they'll definitely just name Ice Fang again with the second one. And I'm not worried about them naming Thought Scour. A, they won't, and B, it's not a problem if they do. There was a chance. I figured they would most likely name Fatal Push, but I figured there was a small chance. I also wonder whether they're supposed to name Quackle with both. Because it's the best card in the matchup. Or at least one of them. Post-board, my whole deck is the best card in the matchup. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's finding enough to keep their brains healthy. I've certainly been struggling a little bit with boredom, but obviously for the last week or so I've been, not last couple of days, but prior to that, I've been struggling with screen time was giving me headaches, so that was definitely a factor in my boredom. Now I can play Magic again. Well, this game's pretty easy. We just need to survive long enough to get this Dead of Winter off. This game is easy. Human? Oh, sorry, opponent. If anything, the best thing they could do would be to remove this in some fashion so I could Dead of Winter without losing my trump card. Then they're like, if they Reflector Mage it to get in for 4 or something, then their life becomes unthinkably terrible. Yes. Yes, you can name that. Blood Moon. It's not a bad name. I've fetched non-red basics. Fucking hell. this game's brutal. I don't even think I'm worried about casting Dead of Winter. Let's attack. We either get, we get amazing equity whatever happens. I think they're probably supposed to triple block there, but it doesn't matter that they didn't. They may sack this to give them something worse to discard if their last card is good. I almost don't think it matters. Get rid of an image, okay. There should be far more 2-for-1s than they can handle. Okay, another Meddling Mage. They've named Coatl, which is fine. We take 2, which is also fine. I'm wondering if I'm just going to cast Dead of Winter. Like, we'd lose our Plague Engineer, but it seems to be... yeah, now we've drawn a land, I think I'm happy with it. Is there any point, is the question. Am I better served using one of the Brazen Borrowers as a straight removal spell for the Meddling Mage, on the Icefang Coatl one? You then just cast... yeah, it's probably better. No respect for the Nightpack Ambusher, I see. So that fizzles. Then we cast this. Block. Oh, sure. They don't care. Well, promising start, although I can't help but feel that is the matchup we're hoping for when we put all those spells in our deck. I'll be interested to see how we fare when we're not paired with a punching bag. But yeah, that felt good. I enjoyed that. It's a good start. Okay. We're not very good at interacting with creatures, but we do have a few redraws. As a general rule, I don't like casting 2 forces, so I'm looking to pitch the second force to the first force if I end up, you know, if I have to cast for pitch cost. I may, of course, not get to cast them at all, or pay 3 mana. This doesn't look like a very Force of Negation-y matchup. I suppose if it's a like a company deck, or what's it called? Eladamri's Call, maybe. Well, that's what I'm doing with my turn. To nobody's surprise, this is the most. This has got to be the most generic turn 1 and 2 in Modern at the moment. So what are we thinking? Naya might not be Naya. Yeah. So company Kiki Chord would be my hope. Yeah, it's a good card, but I think we'll be okay. We can trade for it with a Coatl. We have an Abrupt Decay somewhere. Mana Leak is a nice one. Goes well with our Snapcaster Mage. Okay. It's a slightly awkward Mystic Sanctuary, but given how absurd the card is, I think you'd be a fool not to play it if you're playing a blue deck. Even if you're playing a very colourful blue deck, which also has Field of Ruin. Yeah, there's some ambitious stuff going on here. think I've just fucked this up. If I mana leak, they've got 1, 2, 3 they can pay. So I'm not going to... Yeah, okay. The problem is, the way I've done that is basically told them about the mana leak now, which is annoying. Embercleave, love it. Absolute legend. Oh man, I definitely should have paid for mana leak. I should have shocked and had access to mana leak. That's good against our flash deck. Jesus. Yeah. Not good, not good, not good. Well, I will be using K command to do something like 2 to the voice plus shatter the Embercleave and then try and block, and maybe the next turn I'll try to get the K command back with the Sanctuary or something like that. I don't know, but things are looking tricky. I love Embercleave plus Knight. I think that's hilarious. It's an awful lot of damage. Luckily we have a decent answer to it, but I don't know how they have so many cards in their hand either. This is crazy. I love the opponent's deck. Just need to pray they don't have a clean answer to the Quattl so I get to block. Block. Just the 2 5/5s then. Nothing to worry about. Okay, this is good. Gonna get this tapped. I'm pretty sure I'm meant to do something along the lines of snap K command, choosing kill a thing, get the Quattl back, and try and trade something with the snap in combat as well, and see if we can stay alive. Never mind. Doesn't feel good. Maybe I should have remanded that. Probably. We have to take 9. I can't spunk my snap as a Doomblade. I really need to get more out of it than that. This feels terrible, letting that resolve. I think that's fine. Oh no, I'm dead. Chris, you moron. Maybe I was supposed to remand that. But if I do remand that, then really what am I doing? I'm still losing. I'm not sure if I played that very well. So they've got Stoneforges and Knights. Ashok seems good. Ashok's good against Knight as well because it can exile. And this stuff. It's a lot of sideboard cards. Yeah, I'm not sure about this sliding out all the blue spells, but Voice of Resurgence is a hell of a thing. This just feels a bit safer. It's a bit sad. I like all these cards, but seems like the sensible thing to do. We're on the play. One of the most disgusting sequences that comes up fairly frequently in Modern is if your opponent plays an Oberhierarch and you're on the play and you get to kill it with a Renin 6. That is just foul, so hopefully that's in our future. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. It's far from perfect, but I think it's above the line. I think it's very good when we draw another land, especially one that makes black. And we've got the Quattle plus like 2 more draw steps before it really becomes punishing if we don't. Okay. Still think I'm going to Quattle. It's a Stoneforge or a Voice. It's a Voice. You surprised, opponent. Haha, I got you. Nice. Just going to play this, not use it, and pass. Or should I attack? Yeah, I'm not blocking this turn. I'm going to hit for 1. And I just assume they can't kill my Ashiok. I mean, they could tag team this plus a bolt or something, but I think I'm okay with that. So that's kind of perfect. Yep. It's a good one. We'll be snapcasting Fatal Push on the opponent's turn to kill the Knight, and then hopefully pinging down the Elemental with Ren and winning the game. They probably shouldn't attack. Okay. Slight detour from my original plan. Okay. That's going to be hard to remove, but basically harmless, I think. I have to do this now before Klothys can meddle. We may end up trying to bounce this with a Borrower if we draw one and then counter it on the way back down or something like that. So they're dealing 2 to us, but it's going to be the last time for a while. Fine, we can easily kill that. No, we can't. They don't have a graveyard. Haha. Hoisted by my own petard. I'm a bit stupid. What happens over here? What do we draw, I should say? That's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. So coming at Ashiok, okay. If you're attacking Ashiok, I think you should probably do that before you cast the Stoneforge Mystic for no value. Just a thought. Dead of Winter is interesting, but probably not important here. For the trade, I suppose. Don't suppose they will trade. Funnily enough, the concerns I had regarding the mana base haven't played out at all, have they? We've had good mana every time. Because of this ridiculous magic card, I suppose, but still. I'm going to use a Mystic Sanctuary to get the Drown back. Ah, they've got an equipment. Okay, so be it. Unless it's Batterskull, we're fine. Of course it's Batterskull. That makes life difficult. Actually, no, it doesn't. It's fine. That goes on top. Then we can kill the Batterskull and keep hurting the opponent's feelings. It's a bit annoying that we've fueled their Klothys, but yeah, I wish we had another Mystic Sanctuary. That would be such a blowout there, but we do not. But given that they are restricted so much on mana, half their deck is dead draws, which is good. It's a good one. Just try to turn off the Klothys, as it's currently the thing that's doing me the most damage. Specifically, the gaining life is the real kick in the teeth. They've got a serious decision about whether to crack this or not, because it's important for them to have mana. It's a voice, maybe. Can't think of a Stoneforge. Sure. Makes the Batterskull a bit more threatening. Got to be a bit careful. Needed a little bit of help. One, two, three, four. They've got 5 mana, so they could just equip Batterskull on Stoneforge, which would be annoying and might make me regret the way I've played some of this game. I wonder where they'll attack. Face. Take it, I guess. We've got a million good draws. We just need to not draw a land, basically. Fuck. So I can hit for 3 and then get upset on the crackback. I can hit for 3 and then cast Dead of Winter and then be in a real trouble to that Klothys. The problem is if they're gaining another 5, they'll be at -3, so they'd be at 11. This is tough. They do get to search. Ashiok is only on my own stuff. I'm scared of casting Dead of Winter because Klothys will get me. I think we have to wait and just try and draw something. We can chump out a couple times. Although, every time we chump, we fuel Klothys, so there's so much to consider. Obviously, something like K-Command then becomes an insane draw, because we can go Shatter plus get the snapback or something like that, but that's alright. Nothing to eat. That's fine too. Oh, Embercleave. Alright, we lose. Yeah. Got me. That was an education. I like the opponent's deck, but oh, Embercleave, why are you such a bell end? Yeah. Not a lot more to say other than I had all the tools to win that game and somehow fudged it. I don't know what he plays now, but in the past, Osman Osguni was the fairies guy. He's a good player, like, multiple good GP and PT finishes. But we've got a good hand. Two swamps. Are we mono black? Or is it a massive trick? We are probably mono black. Okay. Guess I'll cast this. In case we hit a force. I would force that. Is that all my red sources? Fuck, that's rough. Okay, you got it. Nether Spirit. Hilarious, okay. Oh, dearie me. This is a bad Mystic Sanctuary. Sure. Yeah, this appears to be mono black control, and I'm kind of into it. Land. Not a land. But it's a fine draw. I think it was correct for them not to field there. I think that would have been pretty bad. That ain't it. That ain't it. Oh, that's powerful. Castle Lockwayne is such a good card. It's like the best Desolate Lighthouse you've ever seen. I'm ashamed to show them this Nightpack Ambusher with my 3 blue lands in play. It's a bit embarrassing. Don't mind taking 2. cast this. Probably gets pushed. They have a revolt trigger, they have black mana, they have a card in hand. Can only assume they're going to push my fairy. Same thing, really. Okay. So I can field the Lockwayne or the Mutavault, or I can have access to Cryptic. That seems preferable. Taking 2 isn't a problem. It's just everything else. That's the bigger issue. Just everything else. Gonna trophy this. Ah, cling to dust. Shit. Oh, Chris, you moron. I'm not impressed with myself there. That was pretty weak. It was literally face up. Come on, Chris. You're meant to be smarter than that. I think I was actually probably meant to play the Quattl and sit and draw then. But we'll see. Feels like we're unbelievably far behind, and it's mostly my fault. Yeah, I'd have much rather discarded that. Tasiga's a good one. Give me a Abrupt Decay, please, deck. The only good thing that's going on is the opponent is down to 10. We might be able to sort of steal it through normal damage. They do have a 2/3 lifelinker, of course, which makes that harder, but my hope is they'll do something like plus Liliana instead of -6. No, they've -6'd. Make blue. Do your worst. I can't really see what's going on, so I imagine you guys also can't really see what's going on. Choose a pile to sacrifice, so we'll sack that one. Keep the decent one. That's fine. Don't be another Lily. This is bad. This is very bad. Yeah, we'll pack that one in. But I think I could have done a lot differently then that would have been a lot better. If that makes sense. In this matchup, I can't help but feel that Renin 6 seems decent. Probably 1 surgical. No, I'll just have Ashiok's. Actually, that's not really great. We'll try this. See how we get on. That sounds lovely. I assume they play hand attack, yeah. Sure. So we've got access to Coatl or Leak, which is nice. Just going to pass the turn. We've got loads of really good options. Let's see what's up. push. Push is fine. Cling to dust on Mana Leak. I think that's fine. Khan the Great Creator, that's good fun. Gonna take it. I assume that one of my things is being swift-ended this turn, but I think I can live with that. Whichever one. Sure, that's fine. Oof. It's a good one in this matchup. Anything that just generates generic material is great against these mono black, or like smallpox decks in general. You just need to have a lot of stuff, and Wrenn and 6 makes the most stuff out of anything in our deck. Best draw from here would just be like a generic piece of interaction that's good with Snapcaster, like a K command and Abrupt Decay, a Bolt, anything like that that can help us just push an advantage. Don't think this matters. They probably... Okay. I think we're winning. Go for it. Take my snap. Discarding a card hurts, but we're fine. We've got good creatures. I presume 2 to Ren. Going to attack with just the Borrower. That way we've still got lethal in the air. I can... Oh, not quite actually. That's not how it works. No, we do still have lethal in the air, yeah. That should be game just by not blocking. Oh, hang on, they've got to cling to dust. Maybe I fucked that up. We go to 1. I'm not hugely worried. We can do stuff like Abrupt Decay and then get it back with a Mystic Sanctuary or whatever. The castle doesn't seem like a very good draw when you're on 1. I think their turn has to be play this plus use this. Yeah, it's not good enough. Hooray. Right. I just realised I need Veil of Summer. And I should have sided them in before. Let's try that version for the next game. Come on, Chris. That was very stupid. Not bringing in Veils. Need to remember not to cast Veil in response to a smallpox or anything like that, because it does fuck all. But it's good against Inquisition and Thoughtseize. It's good against Liliana, sort of. It's not great. No turn 1. Well, I suppose technically we're using all our mana, aren't we? Because we'll be playing a tapped land, so maybe that counts. They're on 6, that's good for me. I too have a busted land opponent, although my land is looking significantly less busted this game. I'm just casting the Ice Fang. Ideal draw of Veil of Summer. Yep, take 2, not a problem. Let's snap Veil. Unless they have Cling to Dust. I think I'm alright with that. Seems fine for me. I'll just make a 3-1 and then have my shields up, so seems good. Endless Snapcaster Mages. I would really just like a land here. So be it. Well, that's good against the Mutavault, which is probably their next turn. I'm going to Thought Scour myself. Yeah, Cling to Dust costs 4, so they can't do that. I wonder what they're thinking about. Go for it. Hooray! Go. I have to take that, I think. Okay. So now I need to figure out some kind of a clever sequence in which I am using Cryptic and Snap to race. It's probably easier said than done. Just another cling to this. It's effective push. I think I've maybe taken too much damage. I'm not sure. That was a really greedy play. Well, lucky me. Don't have a follow-up. I don't think I can beat like a 2-2 for 2. It's a good one. Gives me Snap Cryptic. And they do not have enough mana to cling to dust. Now they do. So my hope is that I can leave them with 2 Nether Spirits in their own graveyard, so they don't get anything back. They're going to cling to dust one of their own Nether Spirits, and I think I'm going to counter it. Targeting my breeding pool. Oh, but they've exiled their own Never Spirit. That's clever. Okay. Seven mana. I'm trying not to use this fetch because 5 versus 4 is a big deal here. They got another one? They do. Didn't really expect that. Definitely have to just wait. Man, this cling to dust plan has been really effective and upsetting. We have to take 4. How bad is that? We've got loads of good draws. We could draw a Nightpack Ambusher. We could draw. Yeah, don't want to be smallpoxed. It's no good. Has to be said, we've drawn an ungodly amount of lands, but it is what it is. No point in moaning. That's game. Well, I don't know what to say. Really weird, cool deck. Mono black, cling to dust control. It's giving me some problems. So, I don't know. I feel as though there's got to be, like, you have to probably adopt a very specific, you know, like, pardon me. You have to like understand what matters and what doesn't matter against weird decks that attack on weird axes like Never Spirit and Cling to Dust. It's quite hard to improvise on the fly a game plan. Especially like I don't think I comprehended how bad the Snapcaster Mages were. I should have sided them out. It just feels blasphemous because Snapcaster Mage is obviously the one, but man, this hand is unplayable. Well, it was bound to happen at some stage, wasn't it? Put some black cards back. Hooray, here we go. Can I get a what's it called? Astrolabe, please. What do we think we're playing against? Are we betting on Astrolabe or Noble Hierarch? Amulet, oh god, oh god. Astrolabe is literally the best draw we could have had. That might matter at some stage. Not at the moment. Oh god, Amulet's so good. Please don't have an Azusa. I don't want to play against Azusa. Feels like they might have an Azusa. Still got one more land drop remaining. Okay, we're looking good. Basically winning. That's kind of, that's everything I've got. That's all my interaction, so just go ahead and kill me. That's it. That's it. Right, we've got Field of Ruins for that eventually. We do need to kill the Dryad fairly swiftly because of all the Valakuts. I can't complain about the draws. We have drawn well since the initial double mulligan fiasco. And so it begins. This is... Oh god. I'm glad this matchup became a bit less... Not this matchup, this deck's presence became less, like, universal. It really was everywhere for the time, for a time. I don't really know why I'm playing on. I don't think we've a hope. Actually, no, we don't have a hope. They've got 2 more land drops, which puts us to 5. And then we can trade with Azusa, take 2, go to 3, and die next turn to a land. Right. How do we fight this? Wrenn 6 for Field of Ruin seems important. Ashiok seems very necessary. They've got quite a lot of search effects. I'm not sure if I'm in for surgical or not. It really depends on... We'd have to get lucky in, like, Mana Leak or something, 1 Titan for it to be good. But at the same time, if we 2-strip the Titans, they've got nothing. We do not have very many ways to kill a Titan. Do I want Plague Engineer as a result? Actually, no, we do, don't we? We have Ice Fangs. I don't know, Decay hits their early creatures better than these do, actually. I'm going to try this, but I am not feeling confident, I have to say. I felt like the 2 previous matchups, the Naya one and the Black one, we were of similar, like an appropriate power level, and we may have lost because of me. Good hand. This time, it does feel like what we're doing is much weaker than what the opponent's doing. But we'll see. You know, we might be able to keep them off balance with one piece of interaction. It is certainly a play pattern that happens a lot with combo decks, and we've got plenty of interaction in this hand. This hand is pretty great. Do I force that? Almost certainly. The amulet is terrifying. It's not an amulet. Okay, we let it resolve. That's an amulet, which I'll be mana leaking next turn. And they'll probably have a Veil of Summer because that's how life works. Well, we know we're Veil proof. I highly doubt they're playing Force of Negation. Actually, they couldn't play it then anyway, because it only works on the opponent's turn. Land? Fetch? Not fetch, right, we're just passing. I want to fetch because I really want to get the Renin 6 engine going so we can start making some forward progress. Ah! Cavern might make my Remand look really stupid. Pick up the Cavern so they can name Giant, I assume. Seems good. Fudge. I don't feel like we've deserved this. Kept a perfectly reasonable hand that just needed a tiny bit of help. We've had an extra draw step as well with the Astrolabe. I am shocked. I can't believe they've got it. This is pretty much game. We don't have a clean answer to this except for like one Assassin's Trophy. Trying to think if there's any reason to play out. I don't think there is. Okay, well, that one was a combination of. I think it's probably just an overwhelmingly bad matchup, and we drew poorly. So I think that's the first time this league where the decks felt kind of mopey, but most fair blue decks suck against Titan unless you have 4 copies of Path to Exile and 4 copies of Field of Ruin, like the kind of old school blue-white deck. Hopefully we can get a win here and be like vaguely happy with how the league went. What's this? This is the what do you call it? Well, either way, we have to take turn 1 off, which is sad. This is the Stompy Gruul deck, isn't it? It's a bit like Ponza, but not. They lean heavily on Magus of the Moonses. Do they have the nut draw? They do have the nut draw. Let's see which version of the nut draw. Pillage. Pretty bad, pretty bad. That's going to get me. So they've got a 4-drop, probably a Bloodbraid Elf would be my guess. Or 5-drop, Hell's Teeth. I don't want to deal with any dragons. Oh. Okay. That was an absolutely miraculous draw because it's got 5 toughness. Like, I never thought I'd be so grateful for a 5 toughness in my life. I mean, we're still at a virtual 8, so it ain't good. But we can use Cryptic next. No, we can't. We don't have 4 mana. Fuck. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh. Yep. The annoying thing about this game is because they were on the play and they had an amazing start, we've been behind on tempo. We've had all the tools in our hand. Like if we were on the play this game, I suspect we would have probably been in a really good shape. I think you just attack with both and exert. Seems right to me. Forces me to chump. I think. Can't really take it, yeah. Horrible, horrible, horrible. No, I'm gonna take it. Oh. We go to 2. This doesn't feel very winnable, if we're honest. Yeah, that's fine. Don't be anything good. If I leak that, block here, go to dead. So I just have to make mana. Have to make them not discard, which feels terrible. I don't know why it didn't let me block, but that's fine. We weren't winning. However, maybe when we're on the play, things will be a little bit better. This is tough. I kind of need Cryptics because I need to have the option of bouncing that stupid Clythis that we otherwise cannot deal with. No, we have Brazen Borrower. Okay, I don't want Cryptic then. I'm so sorry, Brineborn Cutthroat. I love the idea of the card, but I mean, to be fair, we haven't drawn it much today, and maybe it would have been fantastic, but I've had to sideboard it out a lot because I kind of can't keep in creatures that don't do anything and die to Dead of Winter post-board. We haven't really had a great opportunity to look at the cool, unique card choices like the Brineborns and the Night Pack Ambushes because we just haven't really drawn them. This obviously, there's some mana related problems with this hand, but a fetch land and we're Gucci. Or an Astrolabe. Astrolabe would also do it. Have they got the Arbor Elf? They do. That's the scariest turn one they can have. There's the fetch. Gonna kill that. Okay. I did wonder whether it might be better for me to go for that one, but our life total is going to take a beating here, but I think it's worth it to get going. Bloodbraid Elf, I wouldn't like that. Questing Beast would be even worse. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. Mm-hmm. Something, please. It's another snow permanent, I suppose, but we weren't short of them, really. I think I'm going to pass. Going to wait one more turn before I use the Dead of Winter. I don't really want to just get a 1-for-1 with it. Yep. Noteworthy that the Quattle doesn't currently have Death Touch, but hopefully the opponent might not pick up on that. No, they did. So it's in their hand. Oh yeah, we don't want them to have a Clothis. Yeah, we are. We really need some help. The Cindervines is a problem. They've got a number of outrageously good top decks, like a Glorybringer or a Questing Beast or Clothis or Bloodbraid Elf. That's annoying, but like, I don't know, we haven't got any spells to cast, so the joke's on them. Probably. It's a good one. I've played land. Idiot. We don't have any non-island blue sources, which is problematic. But if I draw like an Abrupt Decay or something, I think I have to hit the Cindervines before I hit the Choke. Because we've got loads of mana, and we haven't got many lives. Wow, that's super good. Okay, fantastic. Good start. We're on 4, we're going to be on 3 after I cast this trophy. Oh, there's a lot of bad things going on. But I think I have to start with trophy on Cindervines. I'm not sure about that though, I'm really not sure about that. Like maybe I should hit the choke to give myself outs. Maybe in the end of their turn I should hit the choke. Or just now, because you can't take 2. I don't really know what my outs are to the double Cindervines. Okay. Seems great. Seems really, really good. Go to 1. Definitely still win this. Maybe the opponent will cast Fracturing Gust or whatever it's called. Creature. Ooh! Ooh. Alright. That's piqued my interest. Okay, well that's the literal best draw in the whole deck. We've got a Ren emblem, which we can't use. Maybe I should be using Rens on the opponent's face. There's no way there. This will be a surprise. I will say that. There's no way this is on their radar. I'm trying to tap in the islands in case I have another choke. This is hilarious. Just refusing to die. I'm not sure if they've got enough mana to. They do have enough. Fuck. I was gonna say if they can only exile 1 Pyro and make 2 tokens, we're fine because we're gonna get a wolf. But if they make 10, if they exile both and make 4 tokens, which I think they have the mana to do, then we lose. Alright, shit. Well, it was fun. We are where we are. Maybe they won't attack? Well, so, what didn't impress? I actually liked the ambushes. I'm not sure they were good, but I liked them. The mix, like the suite of interaction, felt pretty well balanced. The mana was a bit bad, but we kind of knew that going in, and it wasn't always bad. Yeah, Cryptics was stuck in hand quite a lot. Maybe they shouldn't be in the deck. Obviously, Ice Fang's great. Astrolabe's great. There's a lot to like, but I'm not 100% on Cryptics. And as much as I want it to be good, because it's a blue Tarmogoyf, I don't know if Brineborn Cutthroat is very good. Like, it's not as good as it is in Standard, because it's not as easy to protect it, because one counterspell per turn isn't as good in Modern as it is in Standard. Just sitting there going, remand that, force that, cryptic that for 3 turns in a row is not going to cut it, whereas it will in most formats. So Modern is really unforgiving. To be honest, I wish Modern was in a place where this deck was amazing, but it's kind of not, is it? It's pretty brutal, in fact. But there we are. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Matthew, for the deck and the donation towards the ongoing costs of the channel. And thank you to everyone that watches. See you all next time.